What's good, world? It's your man Stephen. Welcome to the video. We back in action. But this time we got a whiteboard with us. And this time we got the sleekest designs you've ever seen. Designed by your man himself. Call me Picasso. I'm kidding. Looks like trash, but listen, guys, we are just using this as a tool. Because in today's video, we're going to talk about why I stopped posting so much. Why did I stop posting so much? I took a 30 days off social media, not doing any posts. What was it like? Why did I do it? Because I'm a person who used to post so much, and I'm all about content. And why is my content strategy about to change? How does this affect my personal life? How does this affect my professional life? And how it's going to help you. How it's going to help you improve your focus. Today and this week, and a lot of the content for this next little series is going to be a lot about focus. And before I dive into my concepts, I want to give a shout out to Cal Newport. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World, and Digital Minimalism. Digital Minimalism, choosing a focused life in a noisy world. Long story short, I read Cal Newport's book, Deep Work. Changed my life. It's one of the last posts I did on social media. I posted his book. I didn't say much about it. And then I applied the tips in his book. We're going to go into all that later. But I want to give him a shout out because his concepts, his work helped plant the seed. Really changed my life. This is all about focus. So, if you see behind me, what we have is socializing and solitude. The key for today is socializing and solitude. This is the main thing. Is greater than what? Socializing and solitude is greater than what? What the theme is socializing and solitude is greater than screen time. My handwriting's trash, but that says screen time. Socializing and solitude is greater than screen time. Let's chat about what I mean by that. And let's chat about what these two definitions are. So first off, let's talk about socializing. Pretty easy, right? Socializing, you're talking with your friends, you're out and about, you're hanging out. Now, it's interesting times. Whenever I shot this video, some people are quarantined. So socializing is a little bit difficult, but we'll get into that. All right, solitude. This is going to be a big point in today's topic. Today's video, and once again, I'd like to reference, and I'm going to be summarizing some of the stuff that Cal Newport says in his book, Digital Minimalism. And I'm also going to be telling you guys how that influenced my life and how it'll influence your life. Solitude is whenever we are by ourselves alone and we're not being bombarded with outside information, or we're not being influenced or fed outside information. So solitude is whenever you are alone with your thoughts. You don't have people telling you what to do. You don't have people telling you where to go. You don't have people trying to give you information, influence your mind. It's just you and yourself. You and your own thoughts and solitude. So these two things, socializing and solitude, is greater than screen time. Greater than screen time. I would say way greater than screen time. And by screen time, what I mean is social media. What I mean is spending a lot of time consuming content on social media. And we're going to dive in a little bit into the professional side of things of producing a lot of content, doing a lot of posts. Why these two things are greater than doing all that. And what I mean. So, socializing and solitude. Now, a lot of people, if you're like me, you had the screen time issue. You had the screen time issue. I gotta check my phone I gotta check my email. Gotta see what's up. I wonder what's up. Gotta post something. Gotta share some value. Screen time. Gotta create some content. Post. 100 posts a day. Posting your stories. But what we're finding is that this right here isn't doing too much for us. Now, for example, I'll tell you this, in my personal life, let's talk about my personal life. The screen time and socializing, I didn't have too much of an issue whenever it came to hanging out with my friends and being on my phone a lot. That was actually something that I've worked on not do. I've been working on for a long time. Is whenever I go out with my friends, I don't want to be posting. I don't want to be on my phone. And if you've been following my content, you probably noticed that all my content has been how-to stuff, and you don't see me posting about my personal life that much. You don't see me sharing all my friends and putting all my friends on my stories and everything like that. You didn't see me doing a whole lot of that. But where the screen time was affecting the social life and where it may be affecting your social life is these, and we're going to dive into these, but these little likes. These little likes that we get on Facebook and Instagram and all these social media platforms, these likes make us feel like we're socializing. Make us feel like we're building relationships and strong relationships. And while I'm not saying there's no value in the like and there's no value in these just leaving a comment with your friend, there's way more value in in-person interaction. There's way more value than in interaction and conversation over the phone. Whenever you can hear somebody's tone, their tone of voice, you can pick up on their vibes a little bit more. And you see, I was struggling like a lot of people because with the screen time, with the likes, and I would instead of calling up my friend, let's say, seeing how he's doing or seeing what's up, how I can help them, I would leave a like or support them. It's leave a like. Let me leave a like on their content, and then I can boost them in the algorithm. Well, how about I just call them up and see how I can help them instead? It's way more effective. Way more effective. Now, the solitude, this is a big one. This is one thing. Now, we're talking about the personal life, and then I'm going to get to the ching-ching, the professional life. All right, that's going to be a big one. But the solitude was a big one. And once again, shout out to Digital Minimalism, because this really opened my eyes to solitude. Now, solitude was interesting because if you're like me, you might be an introvert. I'm a little more introverted. Okay? I'm a little more introverted. I'm not always as motivated to get out and socialize as much. And I'm not as motivated to do that. All right? But so I personally, in my lifestyle, there's a lot of opportunity for solitude, right? Now, in the book Digital Minimalism, Cal Newport talks about the importance of solitude and what it does for us. And how during solitude, that's whenever we're really solving a lot of our own problems. All right, because whenever we're alone, we got to deal with our own thoughts. We got to deal with our own issues. We got to deal with stuff, okay? And the problem is during the solitude time, whenever we do get times for solitude, we go to the screen. Every moment we get alone, we'll check our social media and we'll scroll through everybody else's. We'll scroll through Instagram. Whenever you scroll through Facebook, if you do 3 or 4 or 5 swipes, you literally, let's say you go through 10 profiles. And those 10 different profiles are telling you 10 different things, giving you 10 different types of information, sending your emotions through 10 different types of little experiences. You catching what I'm saying? That's not solitude. That is not alone with no outside influences coming in. for you to deal with your own stuff. So for me personally, I had a lot of room for solitude, and I like solitude. But whenever I would, I'd check my screen. I would check the Facebook. And now, I'll be honest with y'all, for a while, I thought I was actually good at that. I thought like, yeah, I would be working for 15, 30 minutes, and then I'll check my Facebook for just a couple seconds. But this book, I want to reference it again, Deep Work by Cal Newport. This book goes into great detail and explanation over what he calls, there's a couple different names for this, but let's call it deliberate practice. Deliberate practice, like really focused work. This book is the opposite of multitasking. Deep work is the opposite of multitasking. And what he talks about is it takes a lot longer than these 15, 30 minutes to get into this deep work state. But whenever you do get into this deep work state, this deep work focus state, you get more done and you create way better work. Your work is just a lot better. And so whenever I'd be in solitude, I thought I was cool on the screen time, but the book opened my mind that I could take it to a new level. And you know, this channel is all about evolving, right? So I would check the phone a lot. So I was starting to realize, and I kind of started to realize this a while ago, that the likes, whenever it comes to, like, we'll call this the personal life. We'll call this our personal life. The likes, you know, the social media, the engagement, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, there's some benefits, maybe short term. But does it lead to the personal happiness like we thought it does? Not so much. Does it lead to the satisfaction? Not so much. And we're going to talk about what does. We'll talk a little bit and dive into my little question mark about what does. But clearly, I've shared with you how it's affected the personal life. Now, getting off it, I'll tell you this. My socializing, I'm closer with my friends. I make phone calls now. Do 10-minute, 15-minute chats. If it turns into an hour, it turns into an hour. We do more of that now. I'm building up more of those relationships. With the solitude, what's been happening is I've read in these past X amount of days that I've been off of posting, just worrying about posting. I've read so many books, y'all. I've read a lot of books. A whole lot of books. Has been a great experience. My focus as a movement coach, the stuff that I know now, I know a lot more. I know how I can help people and why I'm helping people. And there's other stuff we're not going to go into because we got to get to that. So the solitude is working out great. And like I said, you got to deal with your own thoughts. But, so that, my personal life and your personal life, how would it affect yours? So my question for you is, socializing, solitude. Whenever you're alone, are you checking your stuff? Are you listening to your music? In digital minimalism, Cal Newport goes into, he made a great point. Whenever it comes to solitude, it was the introduction of the iPod. The introduction of the iPod. Whenever people started really losing access to solitude, because it wasn't until then that we had something so small and simple that had access to, that could hold so many different types of songs to entertain you for such a long time. And you could have these easy little earphones that just slide into your ear. They're not big distractions. They don't look big and weird. All right, for the first time in our history, we were able to, whenever we had downtime, if you're waiting somewhere, if you're going somewhere, if you're going to walk somewhere, instead of walking in solitude, instead of waiting in solitude, now you can just slide your little nano iPod in there and listen to your 2-hour, 3-hour playlist of infinite types of music that you want. You don't have to, some of y'all don't remember, but, you know, not only did we have like the CD players, you know what I mean, the CD players, but that you had to put the CDs in and you had the earphones, you had to walk around with it. But if you wanted more than one CD, If you wanted more than one CD, you had to get the little packet thing that you put all the CDs in. You had to carry that boy around with you too. So if you wanted to listen to a bunch of different artists, that's what you had to do. Okay, so different times, but the introduction of the iPod changed that game, and we started losing access to solitude. So let me ask you this: with your social life, are you just liking people's stuff, or are you calling them, having deeper conversations? And with the solitude, whenever you do have downtime, whenever you are alone, are you having outside information? Now, the question, this was mine. Like I said, I kind of realized the social media, the screen time wasn't really going to make me as happy as I thought it would. But then my big excuse was, what about the business, dude? What about the professional life? Because in the business world, in the coaching world, now, let's clear this up. Some of y'all got a negative relationship with the money signs and money. I view money as a positive thing. So whenever I talk about business, I'm talking about value, helping people and stuff like that. And whenever I talk about money, I talk about value, helping people. That's what that symbolizes, that equal exchange. So we'll get knocked. Money, if you got a negative symbol, feelings towards money, just know that's what I'm talking about. Okay, whenever I talk about socializing or screen time and social media, why post on social media? Because that's the word around town. That's all the coaches say. You got to post. You got to post content. Post. Provide value. Provide tips. Post. You got to provide tips, man. You got to help people. You got to work the algorithm. You got to get attention so you can convert that attention into clients because you want to help people. And that's the main reason we do this stuff, because we want to help people. I mean, some do it because they just want money and they just want to improve their finances. That's not my motivation. I do this because I want to help people. I want to help people make transformations. So I thought if I wanted to help people make transformations, then I needed to do a lot of posts on social media, do my screen time so I could build attention and I'm not talking about you got to get millions of viewers. There's people doing great work off of social media by not having like a bunch of freaking followers. So it's not even about getting millions and thousands of followers. That's not even what it's about. But just getting some attention using social media to share your message about who you're helping and how you're helping them. And the more you did it, the better. But it's funny because the real question is, let's think about the real question. Our goal is to help people, right? Our goal is to help people go from their current situation. As a coach, your goal is to help people go from a current situation to a desired situation and bridge that gap. Your service is the bridge to that gap. And what I do is I help people empower their bodies and I help people empower their minds. That's why I create this content. That's why I do what I do, to help people empower their bodies and help people empower their minds. But I was running into a little issue. There's two issues for myself and for the people that I'm trying to help. Issue one, if I'm posting all this content, let's say I have 10 units of energy a day. And I spend 5 units of that energy creating 3 posts for the day. Now I have 5 units left. Actually, I probably have 2 units left to make my program and my coaching better. And then the other units are like sleep maybe, or eat. Manage some things. Right? But what if I spent all those units just making my coaching better and connecting with my clients more and helping them make better transformations? and providing a better service to them. Then they get better results, which then would just make my stuff look better and make me feel better, because that's really what I'm here to do. So my energy. Now let's think about, whenever I'm thinking about you all, because another thing that I would say is, let me share this free information because it's important to provide free service, which is true. I think people do sometimes optimize and take advantage of free tips. But once I realized about the screen time issue, the socializing and solitude is greater than screen time, I realized I'm contributing as a coach, as a content creator to the problem. This screen time stuff is so addicting, so addicting. And this book goes into a great work about how addicting this stuff is. These companies are trying to get our attention, hold our attention, maintain our attention, because they'll tell us it'll make us feel this way, or they'll tell us it'll help us make this. And to some extent, there's some truth to that. I'm not saying get rid of it completely. But if I'm doing all these posts for free, and I'm providing all this value, what I'm doing though is getting you, I'm saying, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at my special tips, look at my special tips. And I'm getting you to spend screen time. And what I found through these books and this work is that more of this doesn't actually really get you much more of this. And it's funny because I've made more of this once I stopped posting. I mean, I didn't go baller status with it, but I made a little bit more of this once I stopped posting. All right? So my goal is to help you kind of like do this, empower your body, empower your mind. But whenever I'm creating content that's getting you to do this, and I'm doing all these little posts, these little, what are you doing today posts, these little, hey, what's something, leave your comment below posts. It's getting you to do more of this. But really, which means you can't socialize, you can't do that solitude. Which if you do this, if I help you do this, empower your body, empower your mind, and you're going to be doing all that, you know, a lot of my stuff, now, let's bring it up. This is important. Some people, this solitude is going to be different, because right now, at the time that I've released this video, some places are quarantined. Where I'm at, a lot of places are shut down. Our restaurants are shut down. Our gyms are shut down. A couple other things are shut down, okay? But we can do some small groups, like small groups of like 5 to 10 people. We're allowed to hang out in that manner, all right? So this is going to be a little rough for some people, okay? But it will be tested, because during this quarantine, whenever I'm shooting this, where some people are quarantined or on restrictions, what do you got going on now? And now, definitely, if you're in quarantine, you got the solitude situation. You got the solitude situation going on. So I try to help people empower their bodies and their minds. Now, my stuff is online, so this helps. You can do it on your own. A lot of my stuff is how to do it on your own, like independently. I help people build their independence with their building a powerful body, building their confidence and stuff, connecting to themselves. I work a lot on independence. And that'll help you with your social life. It'll make you more confident in your social life. All right? But if you quarantine, what you going to do during this solitude? All right, but what I'm saying is, the more content I make, I'm getting you to spend more time on this screen. And that wasn't my main mission. My main mission, where I get the real value personally, and where you get the real value, is helping you make the transformation, is helping you bridge that gap to empowering your body and your mind. And if I create content that gets you to spend more time on the screen, and not only do I get you, it's like, yeah, I create good content. And yeah, if you watch my videos and my tips, it's not really wasting your time. You're going to get value out of it. But now you got to ignore everything else on your social media. Now you got to ignore everything else. And I just got you on your phone and put you right back into the temptation. So It was interesting. So I realized maybe all this content for free isn't as helpful. Isn't going to help you accomplish the things you want to accomplish. But here's where the real value lies, guys. Here's where the real meaning is. So socializing in solitude is greater than screen time. The internet, that screen time, how's it going to affect your personal life? How is it affecting your professional life? Are you like me who thought that it was helping your professional life? Maybe you need to make more connections, build stronger relationships to improve your professional life. And that solitude is going to help you deal with your issues more. And you're going to be able to get that deep work in, like Cal Newport says, that focused, deliberate action, that deliberate work. Practice, and that'll up your skills and up your relationships, and you can improve your professional life that way. But I realize, as I continue to do all these posts, now I'll do weekly content, but you're not going to see me post like on my stories like that and all this other stuff. It's just going to be like some weekly stuff. Because my goal is to help you improve in this area. Have a powerful body and a powerful mind. Because some people can't handle this, the solitude. They can't handle this. And it's really messing up this. So today we have talked about what the theme is. Socializing and solitude is greater than screen time. Greater than screen time. We talked about why it is greater than screen time. How your screen time is affecting those two things. All right. How the social media is affecting your personal life and your professional life. One more thing. And this is kind of interesting. I meant to mention this earlier. My personal transition, like if y'all know, my main goal was to dance, be a dancer and performer and an artist. And whenever you're an artist and you're a performer, you perform for a cause, for a purpose. But this attention, this look at me stuff is a little more important, is a little more necessary. So if you're an online entertainer, that look at me stuff is a little bit more necessary. But in my, the past year or two, I've really transformed into focusing more on coaching and being a better coach to help people empower their bodies and empower their minds, eliminate self-doubt, eliminate inconsistency, overcome that stuff, the unconfidence they feel in their bodies. I focus a lot more on that, bridging that gap. That's been my main focus. And what's going to make me better at that and bring me more fulfillment at that is helping more people bridge that gap. It's not more people look at me now. I don't need the attention like that. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. It's a new format. What you think about the new format? What you think? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts below. As I said, as y'all get the gist, the content's going to change a lot. We won't be doing as many posts, but the goal is to make these posts more valuable, way more valuable. And I'll let other people keep you on your screen. Okay? So let me know what you think below. If you need any help, you need any extra help, you want to learn more about how I can help you empower your body and your mind, shoot me a message. And we'll see how I can help you. All right, it's your man Stefan. Y'all know the drill. It's not a phase, it's a movement. Peace.